hear from Gabe Veltri and Olivia Roberts. So Olivia is in Panama. Can you hear us, Olivia?
Yeah, I can hear you all.
And so Olivia is a marine and conservation biology major, and Gabe is a biology major, and they're going to tell us a little bit about what their project is about for next year.
Okay, well, thank you for the introduction. Kind of covered that little part for us. Awesome. So we're here to really talk about the research that we're planning on doing next year, which is going to be looking at the composition of moss-dwelling invertebrate communities in South Seattle. So we're comparing moss from the Duwamish Valley neighborhoods to moss from Seattle parks. And so question that we kind of want to talk about is, why do we really care about moss and invertebrates? So moss is a really important part of ecosystems, specifically ecosystems of the Pacific Northwest. And one of those reasons is that they create a perfect habitat and structure for invertebrates. And so why do we care about invertebrates? Invertebrates kind of are able to, for our project, we're specifically looking at invertebrate diversity, abundance, and overall species composition. And what a lot of research has done is it's shown that biodiversity is a really good indicator for environmental health. So ecosystems that have a higher level of biodiversity are more resistant to change, are a little more structured, and are overall just healthier ecosystems. And so by looking at invertebrate diversity, we can kind of use that as a proxy for environmental health. Now, moving beyond that, as Peter kind of touched on a little bit, we see that environmental health and human health and animal health, these are all things that are kind of connected to one another. So this is looking through a One Health mindset that really puts focus on all of those. And so by doing this analysis, really looking at the health of the environment, we're hoping to learn some more information about specifically human health as well. And so how are we going to do that? As I mentioned, we're looking at moss communities between Duwamish Valley neighborhoods and South Seattle parks. So we're going to be collecting moss, analyzing the invertebrates that are found in there. We're also going to be doing heavy metal analysis. This has been used in previous studies and is really an indicator of air quality. So it can tell us a little bit more about the sites that we're collecting from. And then using those observations and the data we collect, we're really wanting to see how invertebrate communities are impacted by heavy metals and urbanization. Once we kind of have that information, we're wanting to see what that may tell us about the health of urban residential communities. As Peter kind of mentioned, there's a very big social justice issue happening with ecosystems and like urban forests, and just all really connected to one another. And so Olivia will kind of talk about what our timeline is for the project.
Okay, so this is kind of just like a brief overview of our timeline for the following year and for our research during that time. So this summer right now we have this meeting and we're going to get into our specific sample site planning. So where exactly we're going to be sampling these invertebrates from. So that in fall quarter, we can promptly start our sampling and our invertebrate extractions, both the benthic and terrestrial invertebrates, and then we'll sort those so that we can identify the invertebrates through DNA extraction and gene amplification in the winter. And then from that, we'll also do our heavy metal analysis and our data analysis to see if we have any significant results, so that in the spring quarter, we can write up our results and hopefully publish it to share with the Seattle and scientific community.
So thank you. That's pretty much it.